So in this video, we will be going over the worksheets for hands-on fun with rational numbers, that class. This is topic 1, which the first topic of this class is decimals. And I'm just going to be working through worksheet 1. So this is worksheet 1-1, first topic, first worksheet. So if you're having any problems with this worksheet, please watch this video. I'll do just one worksheet per video. So the very first question that is asked is, can you name the place value that is highlighted? So remember that our place values go ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then we have our decimal point, and then it kind of mirrors it, but it doesn't mirror the 1. Remember, I said that's because if I were to make the decimal into a fraction and put a 1 underneath, because that's its place value, it would be a whole number, and we want a fractional value, and we'll talk about that concept more when we get to fractions as well. So we start with the tens, and we make it tenths, hundredths. And this just means that it's whatever number's there, part of 10. If it's in the next place, it's part of 100. And if it's in the third place, it's part of 1,000. That's what that THS kind of tells us at the end of the number. Okay, so now we just need to put our number that they give us in this kind of format. So the 9 would be right here at the tens place. And the 6, if I were to line it up, the decimal line up, put the numbers there, the 6 would go all the way out to the thousands place. And the 2, the hundreds. And this 2 is on the other side of the decimal. It's in the ones place because the ones place is the very first place past the decimal. Okay? All right, so now we can do some addition of decimals. Remember, with anything to do with adding and subtracting, we have to have something that's like and in decimals, that is its place value. So I usually do this. Let me change my pen color. I'm not liking that super light color. Oh, okay. I like to do mine vertically. So I got to line this up. And then to make them the same, I add zeros into the place values. So now that they have the same place value. Now all I have to do is add going down. So in this column, the answer should be in the hundredths place in the answer. So 3 plus 0 is 3. 0 plus 8 is 8. Bring down my decimal. Look how super organized and neat I am. One of the hardest things I had to get used to in math, because I'm not a neat writer by nature, I tend to do math with numbers all over the place, is that you have to be super organized with this kind of stuff. With decimals, or if you don't line up, if you're not neat, you run the risk of making more mistakes. So look in this example. I have my decimals lined up. I'm just going to go ahead. I know my decimal is going to be here in my answer. I'm just going to put that there. So the 6 plus the 2 has to end up in the hundredths place of my answer, which is going to be an 8. The next one is going to be a 15, so I'm going to have to carry a digit because I only have enough room for one digit in the tenths place. So I'm going to carry one over to the ones place, add that column and get a 5, and then add my last column getting a 9. All right. This one also, all of my numbers line up. I don't have to add any zeros to this one. Not very interesting, eh? I want some more complex ones like number 5, but I think that's the next worksheet. All right, so I know my decimal is going to be right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my decimal right there, and I'm going to go ahead and add going down. So this has to end up in the thousands place in my answer, and that's 14. Carry my 1 because I can only put one digit in each place value. All right, wish I had time to really get out some fake money and show you that, but that's a different class. So 1 plus 9 plus 0 is going to give me 10. So the 0 will go here and I'll carry my 1. And then in my my tens place, I have a 4. In my ones place, I have a 7. So we're just adding going down. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and drop down my decimal and start adding these columns. So 3 plus 5 is going to give me 8, and that has to go in the hundredths place with a THS. And the 2 and the 3 make a 5, and that has to go in that tenths place. All right, now keep going on the other side of my decimal. This answer has to go in my ones, and then my very last answer goes in my tenths. But look what's going to happen. 9 plus 3 is actually going to give me a 12, so carry it. There's nothing else in that column, so it just drops down. So I actually get 126.58 in this one. And that made sense. I had 90, if I think of this like money, I had $96.23 plus $30.35. If I had to make a guess in the beginning, wouldn't I have guessed that I'd be over $100? Well, I was in the end. So it's always good to sometimes guess, okay? Make a guess, make a hypothesis so you can go back and check yourself and make sure your numbers are reasonable. All right, same song and dance. Let's put our decimal in and start doing our place values. So first I'm doing the hundredths place, and I'm going to get a 14, so I'm going to have to carry a 1 over to the tenths place. I'm going to add that up and give me another 14, which is going to carry over into the ones place. And that column I'm going to get a 2 and then a 4. This one's going to be 42.44. Last one on this worksheet. All right, I'm just going to drop down that decimal, add my hundredths place, and I'm going to get a 9, add my tenths place and get a 15, add the ones place and get a 9, and then the last one is also a 9. Now, it's very important that you're thinking about these place values as we go along. One of the biggest things I see that students struggle with in higher level math is the concept of place values. So really be thinking about your place values as you're doing your addition. All right, so the next worksheet will be on the next video. Keep watching this video until you feel as if you're getting it, and I'll see you next time.